This week, Lime Champion spoke to Liam. He is 37 years old and works as an assistant warehouse manager for an outdoor furniture wholesaler in Melbourne's southeast. And, impressively, he has managed to hold this position for over 16 years. Liam is not his real name. He only agreed to speak to us if he remain anonymous. To ensure this, we have disguised his voice, and even though this is radio, we have respected his wish that he have his face disguised as well. To do this, we have hired a professional face painter to paint his face like a lion. We warn that the following report contains concepts that some listeners may find arousing, as Liam reveals to us the unsettling truth about his love life, about his forbidden passions.
What I've always loved most about women is the softness of their skin. For me, it's always been a case of the softer, the better. I think it stems from a traumatic experience I had when I was a child, when I was badly burned in a 2-minute noodle mishap. And my parents were very poor and couldn't afford bandages, so they wrapped me in sandpaper and gravel and broken glass. And since then, I've had an obsession with things that are nice and soft. And my wife has been very understanding of that. Very understanding. Because the problem, even with the softest women, is that they still have some hard edges, teeth, joints, bones. And so, with not too much coaxing, my wife agreed to have all her bones removed so that she would become the softest woman in the world. She knew that without bones she'd be immobile, like a deflated balloon, but she was prepared to make that sacrifice for the good of our relationship and, to be honest, for the good of our sex life. Without going into detail, I would say that her lack of bones allows for more variety in our lovemaking. Aside from being so soft, she's very flexible. And she's so convenient too. When we need to go somewhere, I can just roll her up and tuck her under my arm. Sometimes I carry her around in a shopping bag. There's that old question for guys about whether they're a leg man or a breast man. But for me, I'd have to say my favourite part of my wife's body would be her head. Since she lost her skull, her whole head is so nice and flat and floppy. Especially since I shaved her hair off. It's so smooth. I like to take a bit of her floppy head and twirl it around my fingers and rub it against my cheek. Because she doesn't have a jawbone to talk with, all she can do is really breathe, and sometimes she makes a soft sort of gurgling, purring noise. I like it when she gurgle purrs. I don't take her out much because I know people wouldn't understand. I keep her indoors. When I come home from a day at the warehouse, she's always there waiting for me, just where I left her lying. Sometimes I forget where I've left her, in the bedroom or the couch. Once I came home and couldn't find her. I looked everywhere, but then I noticed the jar of peanut butter was sitting on the couch, and I thought that was a bit strange. And then I realised that in my rush to leave for work that morning, I mustn't have been concentrating, and so I threw the peanut butter on the couch and my wife in the pantry. We had a laugh about it though. Well, I laughed and she gurgled. People are probably wondering if she's happy, and I can tell you now that we're both very happy. She always said that what makes me happy makes her happy. And having a soft, smooth wife with no bones makes me very happy. I love my deflated balloon wife.
Forbidden passions.